Yeah, I think it's going to be a reasonably close race. Looking at both of their any percent records, we have Paperario sitting at 116 versus it seems like we're going full speed ahead. Paperario's about 2 seconds ahead by timer, or like 2.5 seconds ahead by timer. But yeah, looking at their any percent records, Paperario is sitting at a 116.37, whereas we're seeing Odme sitting at a 120. They're both really good speedrunners. They're both sitting in top 100 very solidly. And I could definitely see it going either way. Is it going to be a consistency battle, or who's just going to be a little bit slicker at some of the trickier bits? Those kinds of little things are going to build up. I'm really interested to see how well both of these players are going to perform overall.
Excuse me,
I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this dreadful heat. Master Mario, if you would, cross over to that shore and find...
Master Mario, if you would, cross over to that shore and find some assistance. And now we are full swing ahead directly into both runs. The run starts off very smoothly with just moving as fast as you possibly can over to an AoE cutscene where we are going to be sitting here for another 2-3 minutes and making fun of Flood or something.
To register customer information, scanning and classifying subject data. Subject identified as Mario, resident of the Mushroom Kingdom. Data storage complete. I am Flood, a flash liquidizer ultra dowsing device.
I am Flood, a flash liquidizer ultra dowsing device. Flood is so. This is again ways to burn time when we're waiting for the for cutscenes to be done. We're gonna have so many cutscenes at the very beginning. Doing solo improv discussion when you have like nothing to go off of is gonna be a quite fun thing to try. I think I'm just going to avoid every possible word that ends in ly now with with the mingly spams in chat. So in my opinion, I think Flood is probably one of the best maneuver-esque kind of things that Mario's ever gotten in pretty much any 3D game. There's Cappy in the most recent Odyssey. There's been the gravity stuff in Galaxy. I just love Flood so much because it just feels like just a reasonable thing that any old person can have. Like, you could just say, oh yeah, I could make a Flood in real life, and I could become Mario. It's such a cool idea that something can actually, that this kind of machine is like a totally viable way to, a total viable thing that could actually exist. Oh god, I just said actually. Yay. After the airstrip, both players are essentially within a second of each other either way. Let's talk about the airstrip during the next 3-minute cutscene. Good luck to both players, by the way. Now that you're ahead of the first minor hurdle of the game, we got a little bit of time to cheer them on in chat and get pumped. So, the airstrip. Who doesn't know stuff about the airstrip? So, after landing in Odme, yeah, it's the closest race so far. When we're seeing them like literally like a second and a half away from each other, it's terrifying. So in the airstrip, something that's been mentioned, I'm sure, every single commentary by now. Every single commentary by now up to now, I'm sure is going to be. I keep laughing at Rain for some reason. So every single commentary that's been done so far is talking about the plants at the airstrip and how they're easy to cheese just by continually pumping at them. There's a little bit of extra technique along with that as well. Mainly, when do you first get your first amount of spray to pump into them to get them up in the first place? Because you need to pump for like 2 seconds or something into the actual blob on the ground before the monsters will come up. But once they do come up, then it's a really easy to just cheese and time level. It's like the quarter to like half-second little difference as to how do you actually go about that. Do you start with a dive flip to pump at it, or do you just dive and when you flip after the dive, do you start pumping then, or do you just immediately turn? Like those little tiny those small tiny movement differences are what are going to split apart these players, I think. Seeing how they execute the small details.
Mario, you witnessed this object at the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite.
Ugh, don't you love long, unskippable cutscenes? These are the most fun things in every Mario game, guys. Who doesn't love them?
The island and most of the shine sprites have fled. There is no longer any power to support the peaceful lifestyle of the islanders. It is most pitiable. The only way to ensure
I thought it was kind of interesting how they say that the shine sprites provide energy to like support a peaceful lifestyle for the islanders. Yeah, I don't see them living any differently from when the game begins or the game ends. Like you'll see them just like chilling by the fruit stands all the time, and then once you get 120 shines, yay, you've got all the shines and everything's back to normal. But still, yeah, but they don't live any differently. It doesn't seem like that, at least.
Jobs to get rid of all that ugliness. And remember, we'll be watching you, pal. We'll know if you start slacking off.
Oh, also, they totally aren't watching you. They never watch you. Yeah, the fifth channel is relatively new enough that the Speed Gaming Discord doesn't actually have a text channel for it. Oh, look at that! Let's actually take a look at the time differences. PaperArio gets the camera shift at exactly 7 minutes. Ome's about 3 seconds behind. So that's partly because they're playing on different versions of the game, I think, already. Might make a minor difference, because, as you might be able to tell, PaperArio is on the Japanese version, whereas Ome is sitting in the English. That difference is not a big difference overall, but, you know, it's the little things that end up building up a big time difference. I think like, overall it's a couple seconds difference, like 15 seconds faster or something like that. Something weird like that makes the Japanese version just a little bit better to play on. But people in North America tend to have the English one because, you know, you already just have the English one because you live in an English country and they usually sell the international ones there. Italian is another one that's also relatively common to see people play on. I think we can agree to a mod that lets you skip the intro cutscene when it's really easy for everybody to be able to do it, and is consistent, and there is a person, or there is a mod that everybody can agree on. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I mean, I'd love it for it to happen. I think that if anybody managed to find a way to skip that cutscene, the any % runs would just be revolutionized. Like, oh my god, the format would be so much more entertaining to watch because you don't have to sit through 3 minutes of cutscenes in order to get anywhere. Let's look at the way that they start off the level. I've seen a lot of people try different movement techniques for this level. Really interesting to see. Oh, actually, there's already one minor difference. PaperArio started with a hover nozzle spray to get going, whereas Ome started with a spray nozzle. Both players opting for a strategy that just gets them over the wall as fast as possible. The same technique that's pretty much used all the time, but they're both doing it in very slightly very slight, very slightly different maneuvering patterns. Ome and PaperArio ended up grabbing the ledge, pulling up, I believe, and Ome managed to flip up a little bit faster. Saved him a little bit of time, I think. I'm curious to see if he gained any time off that, or if he lost time. Actually, it seems like Ome is like a good 10 seconds behind already. Was that? I'm not. That was little bit because of the spider RNG. He had to backtrack a little bit, and he didn't get the best windmill timing, so he had to wait for another cycle of the windmill. Losing a cycle on that windmill costs a silly amount of time, unfortunately. Oh, but they're actually pretty similar in timing right now. I think Paperario is already a ground pound ahead, but I lost count, so we're about to find out. Yeah, so Paperario is a ground pound ahead, so he's going to be done probably about 15 seconds before, maybe a little bit less than that, I guess. We'll write down some times for this and see what they got. That's a 10:22 for Paperario. $10:34 for Odme. Gonna see if I can find a writing utensil somewhere nearby to start writing these down, just because it could be cool for record keeping. Who knows? Could be interesting to relook at it and say, oh, he had a really, really good time here, or whatever. So we are now in the first secret level of the game. Paperario seems to be kind of going a little bit slow with... Oh, he's going for that instead. Yeah, he's a pretty big step ahead right now with so a little bit, like, the movement there was a little bit odd, I found. Like, he slid on the ground a little bit longer right before going into the stars. I feel like he probably lost a second off that. Not even a second, like a split second off that. But it's a non-negligible little thing that, I don't know. We'll see if that actually makes a difference. Probably not, but it's just those seeing the little differences in how people move is just kind of interesting. It's a reason why people can either do really, really well in getting 80% races, or why they kind of lag behind. Just getting the consistency of the movement that you're familiar with and making sure that the movement that you're happy and comfortable with is the optimal strategies. It's why Nindide had such a good time, because he was comfortable with the best strategies because he's always been doing them. If you're comfortable with things that are wrong, you just And yeah, Tarek, man, you're right. When he rolls out, he can actually grab the shine. But yeah, but to the same degree, Odme did that as well. Like, he rolled out and hopped again and got the shine all the same. Paperario did it in a slightly different way, which I feel was kind of odd, because he had jumped into the shine, meaning he needed to land a little bit more, and it was just a small weird thing. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of interesting. Now we're going into the red coins. They're still relatively close to each other. Paperario's already edged a bit of a lead at 5 coins before Odme gets into the level. That's just showing about how amazing Paperario is still at this game over long period of time. Didn't Paperario just set his PB just a little bit ago? I'm gonna check this. Paperario said it, yeah, like, played on the 13th of January. That's 40-something days ago, and he went back and ended up hitting what place? Like 18th place. That's just that's a ridiculous amount of recency, and yeah, I think he's gonna do very well in this race. I also totally missed both of the last shine times for Paperario. I am absolute garbage at this game, and not at this game, at record keeping. You think that the math geek would be good at this kind of stuff, but I just have a terrible memory of remembering when to write this stuff down. I'm gonna remember for the next try, I swear. I know I'm gonna remember. So we have good points of reference for how far apart the players are. I'm interested to see which path they're gonna be taking. Last time I commentated, there was somebody doing the save war pathing. I assume neither player are gonna do that now, but I mean, there's like 2 reasonably accepted reasonably accepted any percent routes, so I'm kind of interested to see if both players are going to be taking the more common route. Ooh, Old May getting some funky movement there, having to recover a little bit after a bit of a stumble. Getting up pretty quickly after that, though. Oh, slipping a little bit. If he can get PD Prawn on the first flip, there we go. That's a good way to catch a little bit of time after Paperario missed the first flip there. That's the first hit for Paperario. Let's see where the Piranha's going now. Is he going towards the hill, or... no, that's garbage RNG. Gotta wait for him quite a bit. Sometimes you just gotta wait a little bit, and that's gonna cost you a minor chunk of time. It's sometimes annoying, so yeah. Let's see if Omega can catch up just by virtue of, you know, luck. Sometimes that's what you need in order to get a good run. Sometimes just getting lucky is better than being good. They are both significantly better than me, so I cannot say a thing about who's good or not. I'll have my getting the Piranha going around the wall as well, but it looks like oh, actually, it doesn't look like it's all that bad. Got it right back. That's actually fairly okay. I think he can make some time back up here if he gets a clean run, and if Paperario gets a tornado or something. Oh, Paperario got a head flip, so maybe Old May can catch up a little bit more time in this here. Hopefully catching up like another 3 or 4 seconds back, trying to cut that deficit by a couple seconds at least. Fine RNG. It wasn't horrendous, I guess. Could have been worse for Old May. Paperario was at 1654. I remembered. I just barely remembered. It was really close, but I remembered. Ha ha ha. Bah! Woohoo! 1723. So that shows about a... How far is that? That's like a 30-second difference of them right now. Yeah, it's... Oh, what's Paperario doing? He's just messing around right now. This is like... I mean, it's not cutscene level kind of stuff, but with this boss or something, sometimes you can just not do anything during the first and second transition. So people just kind of, you know, wait and do nothing, because you can't really do anything in half the time that you're here. So may as well screw around a little bit. Actually, Tiffany, about the shine get kind of thing, that is a meme, because, you know, shine and shine get different in different games, that kind of funny English. But there's some very minor changes between the games as well that are kind of interesting. I talked about this last time I was commentating, but it's still a cool little thing to look at. The minor differences in how the games are translated. So in Japanese, or in English, if you die, it says "too bad," like, you know, oh, too bad you died, rip rip rip. But in Japanese, it says "miss." Oh wow, Paperario getting a really fast GBS here. Very, very, very fast GBS. That's what, 1854? Yeah, 1854. I mean, it's not exactly 1854, but I'm just gonna call that 1854. That was, yeah, that's a very solid split there. Yeah, looking at that run, getting a 2-minute split from Bianco 5 to Gelato, but finishing Gelato 8 is just incredibly solid. Like, that's on route with, I believe that's on par with his with his any percent actual record, like that the 2-minute GBS at least. And now we're seeing Paperario finishing at 1943 for Shadow Mario. And Ome finishing at 1948 for his GBS. So now he's about a shine behind. It's only a Shadow Mario shine, but it's still a not insignificant difference right now. The time between the Gelato 8s is about a minute in difference right now. Paperario is just absolutely slaying it right now. He's like legitimately looking at his personal best times. Like he's relatively close to them. Like he's within 20 seconds of them. So that's just a scary amount of consistency. Oh no, Odme, no! Oh, that lost you 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And there we go. Now Odme gets it at 20:43. Yeah, that's like exactly a minute behind. And oh, that's could be worse RNG for Paperario. Getting him right there, being able to discover where the where he was really quickly is pretty nice. That glitch is something we could. Oh no, Odme! No! Oh no! No, bud. Oh, that sucks. Dropping from there, like getting into here is legitimately like the worst thing in the entire world for me. I absolutely hate it. I am. Oh my god, I hate having to climb up into Pianta. It's just murder for me. I just hate having to do it. It's one of the things I'm terrible at this game, getting the Y camera or doing a triple jump, the triple jump thing. Both of them I'm just god-awful at. But now, what I was saying before, the glitch that Paperario did, and you're going to see Ome do in a second, I believe, if right at the very beginning of a cutscene, of like this small little like half cutscene, you just pause, it'll cancel the cutscene, which saves just a couple seconds, and there's no real penalty in trying it. You lose a couple frames if you miss it, but hitting it means you save a couple seconds, so it's a why not kind of right there. So it skipped a little cutscene-ish kind of like cutscene, and yeah, it just saves a little bit of time. So 22:29. And now we're seeing Paperario finishing Il Pantissimo. Il Pantissimo, as everybody knows, is everybody's favorite level. It's the most fun and one of the most fun levels to in the game, because you get to screw around as much as you like, because Il Pantissimo takes forever to get to the shrine post, and there's nothing you can do about it. You may as well just kind of mock him or do whatever. This level is kind of notorious, not because of Il Pantissimo, but because of how much strats, the very specific strats there have been into trying to reach Il Pantissimo. Like, that's one of the big things of this level. Like, how fast can you reach him, and then the rest of the level is going to be finite time. It's so much more. It's so much fun to like. You can just watch. Yeah, Ome's just he has it memorized. Like, he knows exactly what he's going to do, so he's just kind of mocking the. It's just those little things that are so much fun to watch. 23:38. Where did I put my pen? I just had my pen in my hand and I just lost it. How do I lose a pen that quickly? I'm sitting at a table. I have no idea how I can lose a pen. Like, that's just ridiculous to me. How do you... Yeah, so the shine still spawns, and you still need to do the movement to get there. All it does is it cuts out a little, like a small little part of the of like the chain chomps kind of like getting cooled down. That kind of short cutscene. Pausing that, unpausing really quickly just gets rid of that, and it's just it's a very small bit, but I mean, no harm, no foul. You may as well try shaving a second off your time, because why not? 24.54. And Odme lands a 25.02. And as this goes on, you can just see how skilled Paperario is still at this game by how close he's pressing up against his own personal time as things goes on. There's no like little errors in his movement. It's just very strong, consistent gameplay all the way around. And now he's going to be trying to perform what's called the Yoshi skip. It's essentially in this level you're trying to get past this little goop without needing Yoshi. You almost always need Yoshi in order to be able to get past it, except when you don't, because we're speedrunners and we don't want to do what the game wants us to do. So by essentially clipping through the mushroom, you can just get straight to where you want to be really, really quickly. And yeah, just skip through the having to get Yoshi part, and you can kind of sequence break the game, I guess, a little bit that way. Oh, Odme's has to do it the old-fashioned way. He's got to actually pull the chain chomp back into the springs after he missed the. Oh no! Paperario has to wait for a cycle. Ouch! That's gonna cost a large chunk of time. For those who are unaware, this specific chuckster needs to be in a relatively nice position in order for you to get thrown where you want to go. But he doesn't like cooperating, so a big chunk of the time he can just not be anywhere where he can throw you, so you have to wait for him to walk all the way around, which can really hurt on a run. 6:47, I probably missed that timing, but P4, P5, yeah. Yeah, it's just a very minor, very minor annoyance. It can cost you a handful of seconds, but it's just not fun, because I mean, there's no reason to have to wait around, except for the game just saying, yeah, I guess we're just gonna decide that there's RNG here for no particular reason. It's just kind of an annoying design for speedrunners. Now, everybody's favorite speed. Now, this is actually a fan favorite speedrun level for a completely different other reason. The cleaning the piantas, because it actually has a built-in game timer, which means that people can just race to try finishing these as fast as possible. And the TASs people have done for this level are absolutely insane, and it's hilarious to watch. Like, people have like TAS'd the any percent down to like an hour 15 or like an hour 5 or something like that. But I'm with looking at the ridiculous amount of slick movement you can do in order to try cleaning off those piantas, I firmly believe that you can just get a sub 1 hour TAS through some ridiculous strats. I'm not sure if that's ever been done before. On the other hand, Odme just barely missed a chuckster throw, so a kind of risky chuckster throw, and just barely bounced off the edge there. So yeah, that'll happen quite a bit. And oh yeah, okay, so we got that. And again, he doesn't get a good cycle. So you can see that the guy in the green hula skirt, he came up at 28.33. Remember that time when he ends up getting thrown? You can see how much time he lost on bad RNG here. That's about 20 seconds just off that pretty garbage RNG, honestly. That's just kind of disgusting. Paperario getting a reasonably quick kill. There's a lot of weird strats of getting the Shadow Mario here, but he seems to have taken a pretty comfortable route. Got it fairly quickly. And then we're going to see how Odme performs. I believe Paperario finished with a 2:09 left on the clock, so I'm kind of curious to see how fast Odme does this. This is the real challenge. Who cares about who actually ends up winning the run? This is the most important level of the game. Whoever does better at this really is the true better racer, because it's just this is the pure skill level. There's just it really shows about how amazing of a game Sunshine is, because it's essentially just like the pinnacle of video game tests. Can you finish this level in under a minute? That's like, if you can't do that, then you're not truly a speedrunner at heart. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how they're gonna complete this, because yeah, it's a fairly easy to do level in concept, but difficult in execution when you're trying to do it quickly. Yeah, it seems like Paperario did manage to beat Odme by just a small degree, if I'm not mistaken. I could have missaw Paperario's and wasn't 2:09, but I believe it was 2:09 if I'm not mistaken. Paperario, if you just watched over on the right, he just did a cool little glitch where when you exit a game, when you exit a match, like a level. Actually, give me just a second to 30:53. When you exit a level, the actual level will continue on its physics for a short little bit. So the ships will continue to swing, or water will still continue to fall, or enemies will still walk, that kind of thing. Mario will still fall. That's an actual, or well, in this case, not fall. Mario will still move if he has momentum. So there's a really cool trick where as you go into this level, you slide right before the loading zone and then exit the level. When you exit the level, you say essentially, okay, kill all the other cutscenes, kill all everything else, but and send me to Delfino Plaza. But when you're sliding, you end up reaching a loading zone, and it says, okay, run this cutscene. They kind of conflict with each other, and what ends up happening is, like this right here, it ends up just canceling the cutscene entirely. There's like a good 5-minute cutscene in there that should have happened that just didn't. Also, I think I missed Odme's time for the Shadow Mario. Dang it. Paperario finished with 32:03 on the clock for this one. So 32:03 is not horrible for a Pinna 1 race. It's like I'm going to compare to... Oh, okay, let's see if Odme got Honey Skip. Drum roll. Yeah, bud. So, I'll talk about Honey Skip in a second. Paperario is about 30 seconds behind his current PB. Odme right now, 32 seconds. Pianta 6. His best Pianta 6 is 29:21. So he's sitting about a minute behind his behind his PB as well right now, a minute and a half. So both players are playing very consistently to their personal best level of play. Honey Skip now. Honey Skip is a trick that was discovered by, unsurprisingly, someone named Honey. Who would have thunk it? And it's a glitch that essentially gets you directly into a loading zone on the frame you get into the loading zone and kills you. And it's a very similar glitch to the exit area glitch, where it's kind of an interfering cutscene. It says, okay, you should be getting sent to Delfino Plaza here because you died, but it also says, yeah, but on the same time, we want to trigger this cutscene. What ends up happening is both happen. They say, okay, we're sending you to Delfino Plaza, and we're not letting you have the cutscene. Okay, but we're also bringing you to where the cutscene would have been if the cutscene happened. Okay, so it functionally just cancels out the cutscene, and here you are, you managed to successfully skip the cutscene, and then you're there. Ooh. So, Odme doing the same kind of trick I mentioned before, exiting area with this cutscene. This cutscene should be really long, but it saves a stupid amount of time when you do that. Oh! Paperario just seemed to have missed a red coin, if I'm not mistaken. Did he just miss a red coin on the over by the boats? He did. So let's see if he can go recover for that now. And Odme finishing at 34:27. 34:27. looking at the difference in times right now, is still about 2 minutes in difference. There hasn't been a very big gap between them changed in the past couple levels. There's been a slight variation in timing, but it's not significant. They're keeping at about even pace now. And that's Paper finishing at 34:57. I probably totally mistimed that, but it's the thought that counts here. Paper is going into Pinna Park 4, the fun levels. This one is actually quite a fun level. It pretty much makes you have to try killing or getting rid of all of these turtles at a very specific place just to try killing them all simultaneously. You want them all ground pounded in a very, very nearby area so you can, again, skip cutscenes. Those cutscenes make not insignificant differences in how fast a run ends up going. Yeah, so Paper is going to miss the one turn, the one cycle. He ends up only getting 4 of the turtles. It's not that big of a difference because these cutscenes are going to play anyways, but it's just a bit of a very, very small time save. And I missed Odme doing Pinna Park 2 again. I am missing a lot of times here. This is just horrible on my part. Paper going into 5. He's gonna try going for everybody's favorite glitch to the game. Here we go. For those who don't know, there is a very cool glitch that essentially abuses Yoshi by clipping through a wall that you shouldn't be able to clip through, and 3723. Give me a second, just by clipping through a wall you shouldn't be able to clip through, and then reaching a point you shouldn't be able to reach at this point with a Yoshi that you shouldn't be able to have. And then that ends up cutting out a level and a bit. So there's no Pinna 5 in this run, or maybe you could say there's no Pinna 6. Because you end up doing Pinna 6 before you actually unlock it. Similarly to how Gelato Beach Skip works, you're skipping a level that you should be doing, but aren't. There's the wall clip, and Paper is taking in another guy in here, grabbing a fruit, the right color fruit, in order for you to unlock the carousel. Everything in this world is just non-interactable. Let's see if Odme gets the one cycle. He seems to have gotten all of the. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. Can he get them both? No! Oh, did he get them? He got them! Oh, by the skin of his teeth, he managed to nail that. Well done, Odme. That was a very, very close. But it's still, close still counts. Very well done, man. Very slick movement. Those are the kind of little things that set apart people who are good at speedrunning and people like me. So that's 38:55 and 38:56. 38:55 and 38:56 for PA6. There we go. And now they're essentially just one level apart. It's a little bit disingenuous to say that, considering it's like a 2.5-minute level, but they are still only a single level apart. Oh, did I just miss another? Okay, no. I just thought I missed Paperario get the get Shadow Mario entirely. That would have been me being Philly. Let's not do that. Sub 1 minute. Yeah, it's gonna be a sub 1 minute. Oh no, it's gonna be exactly 1 minute. Yeah, exactly a minute. 39:55. 39:55 for a Pinup Park 7 for Paperario. That's a very, very respectable time. Getting a sub 40 pinup is just really good. Like that's just solid. 39 minutes is kind of the threshold for holy crap, that you're in a very, very good position right now. Also, I did not know that you could do that. That is cool. That is something I'm going to be using from now on. I did not know that you could get into Rico Harbor from underneath the actual harbor itself. I'm going to be using that quite a bit now. And oh no, oh, no, Odme. Oh no, so if you're on the very edge of one of those of that platform, when it disappears, there's a small minute chance that Yoshi will just clip through the entire level and drop into the bottom, which means you have to do it all over again, which means he has not yet succeeded at reaching the secret level. Ah, that really hurts. That just kills a PB. Like, if you have a PB up to that point, that just slaughters it. Ah, Speed Nintendo. Seems you're getting a copy of this game. Are you getting the international version or the Japanese version? Or if you're getting it, I hope to see you on the leaderboard soon, bud. Ultimate is now going for slightly. It seems like going for a slightly more aggressive strategy right now, trying to just get this done as fast as he possibly can, because he needs to catch up somehow. 41-48. That was the yeah, Rico Harbor. Yeah, so I really hope that Odme can catch up a little bit, because missing EYG or 3YG is just painful. It just hurts to miss. Okay, so let's get the glitch well. Let's see if the same thing happens again. Let's hope not, because that hurts really badly. Paperario entering the blooper level. I don't know how Paperario actually does this. Does he do blooperless? Yeah, he does go blooperless. There's a glitch that lets you finish the level by essentially reaching all of the checkpoints they expect you to reach on a blooper run by just walking there. And then once you walk there, it says, yeah, you reached this point that you've gotten there totally by blooper, we swear. They don't check to see if you're on a blooper. They just assume that you're on a blooper. So it's cheesing that pretty quickly. Oh, and May was very close to getting the ground pound for the shine there. So 43-13. Yeah, that hurts. Ended up losing about 2 minutes off of that. That's 43-20. And now we're seeing the gap slowly widen between them as with that Yoshi go round skip. Damn. Odme getting into the 7th level of Pinup Park to try capturing Shadow Mario and getting another step closer to finishing a speed run. Paperario is currently leading by an unfortunately significant margin right now. So the way that these levels are done is you go through Bianco up to Bianco 5, then you do a Gelato Beach skip that lets you skip all of Gelato Beach. Then you do through all of Pianta, then you go through all of Pinup. 44-15, I'll record that. And right now, after Pinup Park is finished, they go immediately to Rico Harbor. Paperario is currently in the 3rd level of Rico Harbor, or 4th level. Wait, did he just finish the 3rd one and I missed it? Curses. I am terrible. So Paper Mario is currently in the 4th level of Rico Harbor, and I just missed the last split. So yeah, Odme is going into the first one now, so you can see the difference between how many levels they have to complete each. For perspective, Odme finished Pinna 7 at 44 minutes and 15 seconds, whereas Paper Mario finished it at 39 minutes and 55 seconds. So that's a 4 minute and 420 difference. Oh, but Paper Mario just died, so that's going to burn how many seconds off here? 20 seconds, maybe? We'll see how long it takes him to get back to where he was before. But yeah, actually maybe not that long. He was pretty close to the front. Very close to the beginning of the level. Roar. Da -da -da -da. Just wait for the music. Da -da -da -da. There we go. Da -da 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 -da. Actually, this is another interesting glitch with the blooper. You can cheese its AI by slamming it and then immediately picking up its mouth. But even cooler than that is when they get to cause them to like blast off to the speed of light, surrender now, prepare to fight. They cheese it in a very specific way. They wait until exactly when it starts making noise, and then immediately letting go of him, because that's the earliest time you can let go. Most people pull it all the way out, and then it'll let go automatically, which is when it causes it to flip out. But you don't have to do that. Why would you do that when you can just not? Oh, I just missed Odme's time again. I'm not paying attention. Gosh. Horrible, 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 horrible. Odme sliding along the sewer system, trying to get as fast as he possibly can to, right there. Okay. Because this is where you enter into the blooper area. You don't have to take the blooper as intended. You can just not do that. Likewise, how you just don't take the right pathing in pretty much any part of this game. It looks like he's doing the same technique as Paperario is by doing the non-blooper run of it. There is a blooper run that you can actually do that does the same kind of thing, except you don't take the path that they intend. You skip a large portion of the level, and that's 30. Oh gosh. 47, 28, 26. There we go. 47, 26. I just had a minor loss in quality there, so I just kind of blepped out a little bit there. Paperario backflipping with style. Shine get. And I said that out loud and didn't think of the time like an idiot. At this point, I'm going to say it's about 47:50 is my guess, but I'm not actually sure. That was just pretty silly of me to not record the time, even though I was paying attention that time. Man, I've been really bad at record keeping. I am not very good at recording times like this. So there's there's some other cool techniques with different runs. This one that you just saw Odme do is one that Paperario did a while ago, but we'll go over it again because it's just cool. There's a huge maze that they intend you to go around the entire world here, but you just don't. You can end up cheesing it by going underneath the grate as opposed to over, which is the intended way of doing it. And by going underneath the grate, you just skip the entire level. Cool. I also didn't pay attention to that. I am really bad. I don't know why I'm only watching Paperarios for some reason. Even though I'm talking about Odme's, I am absolutely stunned today, guys. And now we're seeing Odme go into Rico 4, as we see another Shadow Mario being taken down. This is one of the, I think this actually is the fastest Shadow Mario, if I'm not mistaken. Because you run up to him and just kill him in like just watch how fast this is. Oh, and he's dead. And you walk directly into him by doing that as well. So it's just stupidly fast. Like the previous ones can go upwards of like a minute. This one takes like 48 seconds. Well, 49 in this case. If you manage to get good millisecond splits, then you can get this in a 48, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna see Old May hitting the shine at 50 minutes and 5 seconds. 50:05. And now we can actually look at the times and comparing the Rico 4 completion. Shadow Ario had Paper Ario. Oh my gosh, Are you saying Shadow Ario? I'm just kind of in a weird rut today, apparently, of mental confusion. Paperario finished the Rico 4 at 45 minutes and 54 seconds, and 5 minutes and 11 seconds later, Old May ends up finishing that level. So you can see that there's little tiny differences that end up building up over time. That's how records end up being made. Not through, except with the exception of Gelato Skip, not generally through massive, 3-minute time saves, but like a small handful of 6-second ones. So, Paperario's record here is 51 minutes and 4 seconds to finishing the Bianco next section. So, he's a little bit behind where he is before, finishing Bianco 7. So, a little bit behind of his PB. And Old May is 51-41. Oh! Paperario dying very late in the level. That's going to cost a nice chunk of time, actually. That's going to allow me to catch up a little bit, thin that lead that Paperario has. It's not going to be a huge, massive difference, but like I said before, sometimes it's not one big event, it's a sequence of smaller events. But again, sometimes it's a couple big events that also can cause that. Just a couple falls here and there, it can just be enough. Fortunately, he's at a point in the game where he has enough lives just by going through the level to not have to worry about getting a game over and end up just losing the game off of that. Yeah. Ooh, tight movement again. Paperario's going for the same risky strat, because, why not? You may as well at this point. 52-34. That's Bianco 6. And he's gonna go in for Bianco 7, the Shadow Mario. He finished 52-34. I'm interested at seeing how fast he's gonna be able to beat the Shadow Mario here. Because, like I said before, the Finno is the fastest one. I'm curious as to which ones are considered slower and to what degree. 53:06, if I count back correctly. Actually, this one's also actually, this one's a really fast one as well. 53:25. Yeah, that one's 51 seconds, whereas the Rico one was... also, actually, it wasn't very long either. It saved you 15 seconds. This saved you... Oh, this was 49 seconds. So yeah, this is actually... that's the same length, essentially. They're pretty much the same time. Old May showing off a little bit, just doing some ground pounds and flips here and there. Joshing around a bit. Ha! 53-56. And now we are advancing into our next world. Sirena Beach. Sirena Beach is a really interesting level of a lot of different kinds of, with a lot of techniques if completing. The first Sirena Beach level requires you to be able to kill this manta ray. He's notoriously difficult to do. Oh no, Hodme! Oh, he's gotta go back up, and he's gonna take damage if he stays on top of the... So, it's notoriously difficult to do because it also... Did I miss? Okay, no, I didn't. It requires you to hit the large ray enough for it to break into two, and then hit those rays enough to break into two or three, and then hit those and then get them to break up, and etc., until you only have the smallest ones left, and they all come chasing you, and you kill them all to win. The problem is that if you miss one of the medium-sized rays, you are losing a lot of time. So this level is very dependent on the consistency of how you can kill all of those rays and how fast you can do so. Who do you love, Jerome? Sorry, you love me? Oh, thanks, Jerome. I'm touched. I'm amazing. I know. And another fun little thing about this level is once you finish the actual killing, no matter where you are, you're always going to be warped back to the exact same place. So it doesn't really matter where you are to collect that shine. For Paperario's case is what I meant. Odme. Now Mario's gonna go collect the shine. 56-26. Let's do a quick time comparison here again. Actually, yeah, so it seems like he's caught up a nice chunk, actually. He's now less than 4 minutes apart. Below there's a difference of literally 5 minutes after Rico 4. But now it seems like after a really good Rico 5, after really good Rico 5 and pretty much everything, actually. Rico 5 was really solid. Rico 7 was really solid. Yeah, with just an accumulation of little bits, suddenly he's now caught up. And yeah, he's caught up pretty well to, I mean, he's still like 4 and a bit behind, like almost 4 minutes behind. But yeah, the 5 minutes has been cut down significantly. 57-17. I'll make sure to write that. I'm not going to forget that. I swear. Paperario's going, doing a quick little trick. You want to try maximizing your distance and how fast you travel when you're when you play this game, in pretty much any speedrun game. When you have to travel vertically and you have to travel horizontally, you want to travel diagonally because that saves you time. At that specific part of the level, you could travel all the way across the top and then go down. Shine 5750. Or you can just dive off the bottom and just kind of cut down all of that time by falling directly to where you want to go diagonally, and that saves a non-negligible amount of time. And like I said, I mean, those little things don't matter in the whole grand scheme of a run. You might save yourself a second or two, but when you do like 82-second changes, then suddenly you're saving 2.5 minutes of time, which actually is a very significant chunk, considering the difference between the world record and second place is like 30-something seconds. Yeah, you want to save every possible minute you can. So after this world, we have one more, Noki Bay. Oh no, Paperario ended up missing the jumps up. That hurts a little bit. What's he? Oh, okay, he's doing this. I got it. Got it. Wait. What's he doing? Is he act? Oh my god. Dude, that is so rude. So, for those wondering about what he just did and why that was so stupidly incredibly rude, There is a technique that lets you skip pretty much that entire level. You go grab a banana from the Banana Man stand, you go up towards top level, and then you're able to clip through the glass wall, immediately getting the shine in like 20-something seconds. Instead of doing that, PaperArio decided that he's going to go and complete the level completely legitimately. He's going to go through the entire maze, and instead of doing that glitch, just try clipping through the wall with Yoshi in the vents. You know, why go do a 20-second strat when you can go do a minute and a half strat just because you know you're so far ahead? That's incredibly rude and also hilarious. That is oh my god, man. That's so mean. He has a family. Can somebody clip PaperArio doing that and then go shame him in all the discords? Just say, no, dude, that's just mean. Like, that's just so mean. Again, PaperArio looking at a very straightforward level. You just kind of beat the level legitimately here. Just go through it as fast as you possibly can, using the strats that everybody uses. Very, very... I'm going to say elementary level, because you don't really... Oh, actually, that was a very, very fast clear by Ome getting up there. Very slick movement. It's kind of difficult to do, and there's a bit of RNG involved with the ghosts. So, also, I did not pay attention to PaperArio's time there. I'm going to have to write that down. I'm going to guess like a minute 1 and like 5 seconds. Oh, dude, that's oh my gosh, that might be one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen not said in Sunshine speedrunning. Somebody has to go tell Ome that about how disrespected he just was. Oh, the worst part is I don't even know whether PaperArio is actually watching the stream or not, and I'm just assuming that he just feels he's so far ahead that he can afford to be that kind of cocky. And the worst part is that he's not totally wrong off of the run right now. He's just miles above everybody else. Like, anybody who isn't like top 15, he's just so consistent, and he knows that, and he's just, oh my god, I can't get over that. That's just so disrespectful, PaperArio. I kind of hope he loses now just because of that. Like, if he loses by a matter of like 15 seconds in the end because he does something stupid here, I would not be disappointed in the slightest. That would just be hilarious. He just has like the worst RNG. Like, if he just gets terrible casino RNG and just, oh my gosh. So somebody go into PaperArio's chat and just point in shame. For perspective, before that level, they were approximately 4 minutes apart. After the level, they're about 2 minutes apart. So PaperArio just threw away about 2 minutes worth of advantage just because he knew he could. So that 2 minutes now puts Ome right back in the game, actually. Ome's has a very strong late game compared to PaperArio right now. PaperArio pulled ahead at like a 5 minute gap all the way back in Pinna, but now he's been he has been really staying consistent with Ome the entire time. Ome's been like slowly gaining inches, and PaperArio just kind of tossed away one of the big advantages that he had, which was the extra time he had. I think Ome might actually have a chance of beating him now. 4-0-3, I'm just going to say. I know that was wrong, but whatever. It's about right, and that's all that really matters. Ome's got to do a secret level. Actually, not 2 minutes. Oh, no, it's a little less than 2 minutes. It's a little bit more than 2 minutes, sorry, because I forgot about the secret level. That's 5. Yep, not 4. I apparently missed PaperArio's 4. My bad. Or the other way around. Maybe I missed his 2. Wait a second. 14-4. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I just ended up missing his 4. But yeah, I think that still stands if I'm not mistaken, unless I missed his. I might have missed his 3. We're at the C. We're gonna see what his actual time is when he finishes the casino. I wish Obey the best of luck in this casino. Like, I hope he just gets the flawless 10 out of 10 RNG, manages to complete it in like a minute and a half. I believe in you. Paperario can't find where the little bit of goo that he's missing is. Oh no, he found it. Okay, he's good. In the Japanese version, for those who don't know, in every international version, you need to clean off 95% of the goop in order to finish the level. In the Japanese version, you need to clean off 99%. So it's significantly more difficult to complete. 105.49. So that's a minor advantage that Odme has over Paperario as well. Might take him a little bit less time to finish the goop cleaning level. Little things. Come on, no! I believe in RNG. I believe in RNG. Okay, so we get fruit. That's good. Good start. Getting fruit there. I believe. I believe in the dream. Oh, we got a quick kill. Oh no. No, May, no. Come on, I need you to get better RNG here, bud. Come on, I want everybody. I want to see some. Faces in Discord chat about Odme's RNG today. He needs to get better RNG if he wants to try booping ahead here. Also, I totally missed Paperario's time for that Shadow Mario. I was watching it and then I just completely phased out. Oh my gosh, all of the worst RNG in the world. Odme just can't get a break today. Maybe Paperario's BM didn't actually make a difference in the end because it ended up canceling out with Odme's absolutely abysmal randomness, and the luck today is just, sorry, bud, that's just gross. On the bright side, according to chat, Odme PB'd in Odyssey just earlier a little bit ago, so I guess it doesn't really matter as long as you as long as you're happy with your runs overall. Okay, 107.59. Yeah, that might be some of the most garbage. Stop saying Odme. Odme. What? Is it not Odme? Should I say? Oh, zero. I'm gonna say zeroed me now. Zeroed me. He zeroed me now. That's what it is. It's zeroed me. Paperario at 108.27. 108.27. For what was that? That was Noki 1. It's obviously pronounced. Oh my god! Thanks, Jerome. How helpful of you. That's incredibly helpful. It's pronounced the way it's spelt, obviously. Duh, guys. So apparently the most common pronunciation is supposed to be odd me. I'm going to disagree with them and say that if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm going to say I'm doing it intentionally. That way I have the irony, the extra level of irony there. Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously pronounced the way it's spelled. O-D-M-E. So it's, or 0-D-M-E. Zeroed me. He zeroed me. 109.26. 109.26. Oh, it's clearly zeroed me underscore. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be zeroed me underscore. Yeah, so I mean, considering that that I speak the English language, and the English language has a very strict set of rules that it never obeys, I never really know whether a word is pronounced one way or the other, especially since people can just choose however these arbitrary names are pronounced. So I just assumed it was kind of the more universal pronunciation. So no, I'm not. Okay, so there's a difference between disrespectful and just straight up rude. Like I'm not going to I'm not going to go the whole 601 thing. That's just not nice whatsoever, guys. Shine 10 10 30. Paper Mario and everybody's favorite water level. Who doesn't love the Mario water levels? The Mario water levels are always the pinnacle of gameplay. They are always the toppest of tier fun games. There is never any time where a water level isn't the most fun level in any Nintendo game. I didn't know that you could actually do get a rotation clip there. That was really funny, actually. 111 what? Where if you grab the shine and then fall down, yeah, that's funny. Water levels are superior. I agree. I'm a big fan of the water temples. Who isn't? Who here loves water temples, guys, and knows what I'm talking about? Water temples are the most fun and interesting and most totally fair levels in any of Nintendo's games ever. And now we're going to... Okay, now no jokes whatsoever. Mouth Dentist is my least favorite level of the game. Because it's first of all using a actual water level, which I already hate. The water physics and the maneuverability is god-awful. And then requires you to have very strong ability to maneuver in the water. And then it's just... It requires you to have maneuverability, kick yourself away from the boss in order to be able to go heal yourself or keep yourself alive with bubbles. It's just not fun. I just don't like it. I have always been bad at it. And 112, 10. I've always been bad at it. I've always hated having to do it. I've never been able to do it quickly, and I don't know how people can. I mean, I know I should be able to do it better, but I've one time in my life, one time ever, have completed Mouth Dentist, the entire level of Mouth Dentist, in less than 4 minutes. One time. That's talking about like obvious, like actual clipping, like the actual the split. But it's just I just hate it so much. Mouth is just garbage. Paperario did it very, very well. A very solid 6 tooth, I believe. So, commentator. My name is more than commentator. I have a face and feelings. I swear. Or at least my mommy tells me so. Also, it does not seem like Paperario did the skip. There is a weird bubble skip. 1320, 1323. So 1320, 1323. There's a cool like little bubble skip where if you hit a bubble at a very specific time, it cuts off the little animation of him flowing into the ground, and you can just go straight to where the shine is. Saves you a couple seconds there too, so it's nice to it's nice to have. Again, every little bit counts. Also, guys, if I'm a little bit off this, like I'll tell you right now, 14 minutes, 1401, 1402. I'm watching Oatmaze, 1403, 1404, 1405. Tell me if I'm a little bit delayed in the stream. I don't want to be too far ahead or too far behind what's happening live on stream. So tell me if there's any kind of latency, because that means I can improve my timing and when I say things. I think I'm right on time right now according to reactions, but I'm 6 seconds off, or 6 seconds ahead, or 6 seconds behind. Again, water levels, so much fun interaction. Who doesn't love them? Okay, 6 behind, so I'll be sure to pay a little attention now. I might refresh in a second. 49, just so I can see if I can catch back up to time. Oh, 114.59. No, 115 flat. That was 115. Give me just a second. I'm gonna see if I can catch back up. So here's the reason why you don't do it. In any percent, you don't care how many shines you collect. That doesn't matter. The amount of shines you collect doesn't matter. There's exactly one thing that matters in any percent. Beating Bowser. The moment you kill Bowser, game over, you win. What happens is, in order for you to reach Bowser, is you need to defeat all the Shadow Marios. Every single world has a Shadow Mario level at level 7. Exactly level 7. So what you need to do is you need to beat levels accordingly in order to reach level 7 as fast as possible. If you reach level 7, then you end up actually being able to beat the game. So for example, Gelato Skip works because you beat level 8 and then immediately unlock level 7, so you can go straight to level 7. You don't have to collect a certain amount of shines. It's just beat these specific shines, and they're very episodic and in order. So in order for you to unlock 2, you need to have done 1 with 2 exceptions. In order for you to have collected to unlock 3, you need to unlock 2 with 1 exception, etc., etc. You want to finish a level to unlock the next level. Also, that was a hilarious bonk. I've never seen anybody bonk on the nail before. That's new. Delfino shines are done in 96 shine runs or in 120 shines. I'm quite a big fan of watching 96 shine runs because they're kind of cool to watch because you get to really see the intended shines of the game without needing to see every single unlockable. I kind of wish that, in 80% not collecting the Delfino shines makes sense because it's a speed run. Do it as fast as you possibly can. Speed running 96 is kind of giving you an extra intentional restriction. It's like, oh, well, you have to get this many shines instead of just beat the game as fast as you can. So it makes sense why you wouldn't do the non-mandatory shines that quickly. Also, now we're looking at time comparisons. Odme is finishing at about 17 minutes, 20-something. Yeah, he's about 4 minutes behind even still. 17 minutes and something. And Paperario is at 17 for Shadow Mario, for Noki Shadow Mario. And now we're approaching the end of the game. After he completes that, I'm just gonna 17:26. Tie that to the right one. One more level for Odme. And then you reach Shadow Mario, I believe. Or maybe, wait, is Either Mouth 4 or 5? I thought Either Mouth was 5, but I could be wrong. No, I think he just has Shell Secret, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's just Shell Secret. No, it's Pentissimo. That's another minute gone. Oh, sorry. That's another minute gone. So, yeah, he needs to... Yeah, it's gonna be... I want to say it's going to be a close finish, but it really isn't going to be that close anymore. I think a 4-minute difference this late in the game, Paperario is going to be done in 2.5 minutes. If he doesn't screw up royally. I've seen people die right before the Bowser fight. I've seen people die before actually reaching it, and that loses you about a minute. Dying on the actual Bowser fight loses you maybe a minute to a minute and a half. Like, realistically a minute at most. The 2.5 minutes comes from a cutscene. That's mandatory anyway. So really, there's about a minute and a half to 2 minutes of gameplay left. Paperario's gonna be... Oh. Can he get a sub 120 is the question. I'm really interested to see if he can get a sub 120 right now. I'm not gonna record the splits anymore because I don't really need to. But yeah, we'll record. We'll see what the final times are in the end. Obi's gonna get a really solid time anyways. Paperario is gonna get a 119 something. I really hope he can. So there are games in which that's the case. So think about like Super Mario Odyssey in OR. Super Mario Odyssey, you need to finish a certain amount of moons per level. You don't need to beat the boss. You need to get a certain amount of moons per level to unlock the next area. In Galaxy, you need to reach a certain amount, a certain point, blah, 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 blah. 64, you need a certain amount of stars. But that's the thing. You're thinking in the 64 mindset. A certain amount of stars to finish the level. It's not a certain amount of shine sprites in this game. It's getting a specific level. Oh, he's cutting it close. He's getting a 119 though. Oh no! Wait, is that still 119? No! Oh no! No, Paperario! No, that was a 119! No! Remember what I said? Dying at the very end of the Bowser fight. We're gonna see how much time that lost him. He would have had like a flat one. He had like 119.58, 119.59. We've got to see as to how much time you actually lose by dying at the latest possible moment of the Bowser fight. This is for science, ladies and gentlemen. But oh, the curse! Like it's gonna still be a great run, but considering that he BM'd once and died on the Bowser fight, oh my gosh! Imagine if he was sitting PB pace. Oh, the heartbreakers! So about 35 seconds. There we go. So final time is 1:20:35. He reset the timer, but I managed to record it in time because I am amazing. So an hour 20 minutes and 35 seconds is Paperario's final time. We're gonna watch Maze. I think he has Shadow Mario left to do, and then Corona. The Green Cycle Noki. Oh, yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that, bud. So Noki 6. There is a cycle. What is this? Spoilers did that on purpose. What? He died? No, I don't believe he died. He did that on purpose. Yeah, I wish I had seen it, honestly. The Green Cycle. I'm actually really disappointed I didn't see it. I kind of wish I wasn't paying attention to Paperario because he was finishing the run. But yeah, so in Noki 6, there's there are some very minor RNG aspects, and Ome managed to pretty much nail a very solid Noki 6 in the meantime. I really wish I could give you more than that, but I did not pay attention. I was completely fixated on the wrong stream at the wrong time. Ome is now going into the Bowser fight. We'll get an estimate as to how long it takes him to finish. Paperario will finish the Bowser fight in like almost 3 minutes. Or no, wait, no, that was over 3 minutes. That's 3 minutes and 18 seconds. 3 minutes, 18 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be a point where Ome can just catch up. He was sitting at like 4 minutes behind before. But yeah, he can reduce that time to a... Oof. Oh, he's getting risky. Ooh, he got it. I mean, maybe it's scripted. I'm going to keep the dream alive. It wasn't scripted, guys. It wasn't Paperario just being even more of a rude person. I'm just going to claim that it's because Paperario is just so much worse runner than Ome. Ome is just the best person in the world. I've been honestly cheering for Ome a large portion of this run ever since Paperario. Oh, it was so mean. It was just so rude. The Yoshi sewers. It was so unnecessary. I don't know why he would do it. Oh wow, Ome is just going ham. You do not need 5 rockets.
Sure is, Papa.
So yeah, we're gonna see him finish. Oh, he can. Oh, he's not getting a sub 124, unfortunately, I don't think. No, that's not sub 124. So he's getting a 124X at this point. 124-20X, I think. My guess is gonna be maybe it's gonna be 20X. Yeah, it's gonna be a 20, like, let's say 29. 124-29 is my guess. I believe. $124.29. That's my guess. $124.29. Not a second before, not a second after. Let's see if my lottery luck is in business today, guys. Okay, the dream is still alive. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Am I actually gonna nail it? Oh, no! No! No, that was a late 128. That was a late 124.28. That was late. No, that was a late 124.28. Like that was on the last like tenth of a second of that. That was the last tenth of a second of 124.28. I'm counting that as right. I was within a tenth of a second. I'm giving myself that. I don't care. I'm giving myself that. That was good runs by both people, by the way. So final times was 120.35 on PaperArio side and a 124.28 on the other side. A difference of less than 4 minutes overall. Yeah, it was 124.28 and 30 frames. Still counts. So yeah, good job by both people. I love how PaperArio froze on the island. A nice little overview. Was I of assistance?
Mario, look.
Good runs by everybody. I'm still calling that a victory on my part. I'm gonna hold my little trophy that I managed to nail that. I'm sure that timing was maybe like he probably hit a little bit too far ahead or started the run a little bit late. Who knows? Something. I'm gonna call it that. just for my own sanity. So good game, everybody. GG, WP, yada yada yada, all that. Really well done by both runners. Congratulations on PaperArio being the victor. Yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed my commentary and that I wasn't a total degenerate the entire way through. I know that I am a degenerate, so I expect you. I expect you not to have. I expect you to not have enjoyed literally every second of it. But I hope that you've enjoyed a reasonable amount of it that you can say, man, that wasn't so bad. GG, well, GG everybody. Good game, well played. Commentary is my Twitch channel, MathGeek007. I am MathGeek. I hope you guys have enjoyed that, and I don't stream. So you can just say hi to me on Discord if you ever, if you want, and talk about how amazing I was, or how horrible I was, or how I can improve, or any of that kind of stuff. I will see you guys next time, and take care. I hope you guys keep on shining on. Have a good one, guys. Au revoir.